So, hi everyone. So, we will see why snowflake. So, give me 1 second. So, today, what I'm giving that is a very uh, like important concept. Okay, why so many people learning snowflake. Also, who are working, why they are learning, and why clients are using the snowflake. Okay, so first thing, snowflake is cloud-based data warehouse. So we are using for storing the data, storing the data. So this is the first one. Okay, for data processing the data and analyze the data. So this is the main thing why many clients are using the Snowflake is first thing is like data storing, data processing, and data analyze these things. And the main thing is it going to work with it works on like cloud platforms like Amazon web services. Web services. This is one thing, and Microsoft Azure, Microsoft, and then again Google Cloud, so Google Cloud platform. These things. This is going to work with. So work on these things. So this is one important. So because we have other databases like Redshift, BigQuery, so they can't they have not support of three cloud providers, but Snowflake having, so it's going to work on these three: Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud Platform. So this thing, okay. So here main thing is no need to install anything. Okay, no need to install anything. So we can create account and we can start using it. So here no need to install anything. Still earlier, okay, why Snowflake means, so earlier companies, okay, they are using like traditional databases and traditional data warehouses. Okay? There are like many issues, many problems they are facing. They face many problems like managing servers. But in Snowflake, no need to maintain the servers. These things is the first important, and performance issues. Okay, so performance issues first. So these things they manage. And the scaling is very difficult. Scaling is difficult in the traditional warehouses. Okay? So these things and maintenance cost, like cost is high. For here in Snowflake for 1 TB, or it's like $23. So these things, managing servers, performance issues, and scaling difficult, maintenance cost is high. So these things they are facing in another like we have like Oracle, DB, and some other traditional warehouses, right? Those things. Okay. So after that, Snowflake came into the picture. So now let's understand why clients are using the Snowflake. So first thing is the first performance is very fast. Second is like can scale anytime. So even if you are run complex queries on the large data, so it goes give result quickly, and it can scale anytime within a second. Okay, if your data increases, Snowflake automatically going to handle those data. And the third one is, so cost is based on usage. So you pay only for what you use. So no waste of money. So it like we can call pay as use model. Suppose we are going to somewhere, we do not have the bike. Suppose we're going to book the Rapido, Ola, Uber, right? So we're going to travel 5 to 10 kilometers. So we are not hiring that who is driving that bike, and we are not paying that bike. Just we are traveling 5 kilometers and we are paying for that distance what we have traveled. Okay. So what we have traveled, we are paying for that. That is like pay as use model. Suppose even when we have 2 TB data in the Snowflake, so 1 TB is active, so 1 TB is inactive. So here we need to pay for only 1 TB. This is one thing. Okay. First one is, remember, performance is very fast. So we can scale within a second, and cost is based on usage only. And one more thing, so data sharing. So data sharing is very easy. Okay? Data sharing is very easy in the Snowflake. So with the Snowflake, we can share data. So very easy. These things are very important. And fifth one is, so high security. So high security in the Snowflake. Okay, it's like a fridge. Okay, we cook the food, we process the food, we going to put in the fridge, right? Refrigerator. So when we need it, we can use it. It's not going to damage. It's going to damage, right? So when we need, we can eat. Like that, Snowflake going to work. So think Snowflake like refrigerator. So we already cook the food. After 1 month, after 1 week, after 1 month, we're going to eat that food. So it's not going to cause any health issue or anything. Like that, Snowflake will have the high security. Okay. So now we have tools like Amazon Redshift, other tools we have, right? So Amazon Redshift. Okay. So why and Google BigQuery. These are computed to the Snowflake computers and Azure Synapse Analytics. Okay. But comparing to those things into Snowflake, but Snowflake is like when you compare with those, Snowflake is more flexible and easy to use. Okay. The main thing, the biggest advantage in Snowflake is so we have separate layers, okay, like storage and compute. We have separate layers. So why? That's why when we run the like large story, so it won't affect by the story layer, even having the so like 10 TB data in the storage layer, it won't affect by it. Okay, it's going to separate the storage and compute layer. So this means like storage is for saving the data and compute is for the processing the data. So both work independently. So multiple users can run queries at the same time, so without affecting the each other. Okay. So there are multiple users. I am one user, Mari. So there is Rajesh one user and Shekhar one user. Renu is one user. Okay. So they can query the data at the same time with their username and password. They need to log in. So it won't affect each other. So when they're querying the data and Snowflake request like so zero maintenance. Okay, zero maintenance. Okay, so no need of indexing. We have like indexing, right? In other tools, okay, in other vernacular we have indexing. Here, no indexing. Okay? It's like a zero maintaining and no tuning. So everything is automatic. Okay. So one more thing, the powerful feature is like we have time travel in the Snowflake. Time. Yeah, hi. You can ask any doubt. Kishore, do you have any doubt? Okay. So time travel, okay, it is like a powerful one feature in the Snowflake. You can go back in the time, okay, like time machine. You can go back and see the old data, and you can recover the deleted data. So this is one advantage in the Snowflake. Okay, this is one powerful feature in the Snowflake. So Snowflake is a like a modern cloud data warehouse, which is like fast, scalable, secure, and easy to use. So in this course, we will learn Snowflake from basics to advanced with real-time projects. Like we're going to do data migration project on healthcare domain. So if you need, I will provide like bank domain data and retail domain data also. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Okay. So these things. Okay. So remember why Snowflake means. So this is when in the interview, the final round, like in manager round, so they're going to ask. So most of the time, so when you have the interview is like USA and UK, so they're going to ask these kind of questions. Why Snowflake? They're going to discuss with you why Snowflake we have Redfield BigQuery, right? Then you need to say enter everything we're going to handle, so storing the data, processing, and like we can do in the Snowflake, and it have the like three cloud providers support our no hardware, no need to install anything. Okay, so we can solve this problem. No need to manage servers because of so in we have DBA, Oracle DBA we have, but in Snowflake there is no Snowflake DBA because of so everything that will done by the Snowflake. Okay, everything that infrastructure is done like Snowflake only. Okay, we don't do anything. Okay, so that's why we don't need to handle the servers. And so we can handle the performance issues and scaling is difficulty and maintenance is high cost. Okay, so we don't get any issues with the performance and within a second we can increase the warehouse size, that is scaling. Okay, and maintenance is not high, like only for 1 TB, one for $23. Okay, and pay as is model. So what we use, we need to pay for that only, and the data sharing is easy, like we have three ways direct share, indirect share, and Snowflake marketplace, and having the like high security. Okay, so these are having the different. So these don't have the three cloud providers. In Snowflake, we have three cloud providers, right? But those Redshift and Beaker having only one cloud provider. And so this is main thing, like separating like storage and compute, zero maintenance. So no indexing. Instead of indexes, we have micro partitions, cluster key. Okay, those things. Or even we can recover the data if any data is deleted using the time travel. So one more thing I missed it, like zero copy coding. So I have table, employee table. Okay, employee table. I have, so like thing. Okay, 10 lakh records. So this thing, this is like a 5 GB storage data, 5 GB storage cost. This is base table, standard table. Okay, so base table. So I need this data. Okay, so I'm cloning this data. Cloning is like simply copying, so without duplication. Suppose, so if you are copying the files in the system, you use it to call like copyright. It's not like that. It's not like copy. It's like cloning. Cloning means like without a duplicate data we can clone the data. So I'm cloning this table, employee table. Okay, so same, it's going to have not 10 records, 10 records. So same, this table going to have that 10 lakh records. Okay, and no storage, no 5 GB data. Okay, no 5 GB data, and no storage cost. Okay, but we have 10 lakhs records. Same what we have in this in employee table, same data we're going to have in this employee clone table. So this is zero copy cloning. This is one like powerful feature in Snowflake. So we can clone the like not only table, we can clone database, schema, and tables. Okay, so but it won't take any storage space in the Snowflake, and it won't create any micro partitions. But micro, but like it won't the micro, but it's going to create the metadata, not the micro partitions. If need, it's going to create the micro partitions when we insert new data. So even we have 10 lakh records, you don't have the, because of these table having storage and storage cost. But in this table, there is no 5 GB data, and we have data. There is, but there is no data storage, 5 GB data storage, and no storage cost. This is one special feature in the Snowflake. Okay, so okay, now we're going to create Snowflake account. Okay, then I will give today one task. Okay, just go with it. If you need to done from before tomorrow class. Okay, I will explain how to do with those things and everything. So here just go to Chrome. So Snowflake student account. Okay, Snowflake account creation, and so you'll scroll down, you can see Snowflake trial. Okay, so click on this account. Will take, so just need to provide your first name. Okay, I'm providing time, and last name I'm providing variant. So you can provide your first name and last name. Okay, and this is my YouTube channel name, and then I'm giving my personal mail ID. Okay, so, so my name is Maraya. As a trainer, you can save as only Madhu. Okay, in YouTube anywhere you can find my name like Madhu. Okay, but actual name is Maraya. Okay, so my data. So my like 616 at Gmail data. Why are you sign up in? Just you can choose training for certification for my job. So even you can clear your certification exam. Okay, with my training. I will provide those questions and files and terms. So company name I'm giving like IBM, and job title I'm giving data engineer. Okay, and Snowflake comes for three editions basically. Okay, so when you are creating the account, you can see like only three accounts. I will explain. One is standard. Okay, standard edition, and second one is like enterprise. Okay? And the third one is for like critical, business critical. Business critical edition, and okay, these are when you're creating the account, you can see. But So when you are working in real time, okay, when you're looking in real time, you're going to see fourth edition. So that is we can call like VPS. So virtual private snowflake. Okay, virtual private. These are four editions we have in the snowflake. So but basically when we are creating the snowflake account, see only standard, enterprise, and the business critical. So we can see only these three. Okay, so but in real time we're going to have the so four edition. The fourth one is virtual private snowflake. The standard we don't use in the real time project, so like having the basic features and no time travel and no security features. Okay, so it take for 1 hour $1, and enterprise is going to we can having like time travel, security features, and everything. Okay, and it's going to take $2. So observe me. I'm going to explain like when you while you're working, while you're attending the interview, what they're going to ask about the edition. I will explain now. Just listen carefully. Okay. So just concentrate. $2 for the 1 hour, and business critical like $3. But VPS depends. We need to discuss with the Snowflake team. It may be going to be maybe like $6 or like $7. This okay. So we need to discuss with the Snowflake team. It's going to depend on your data and like your security features. So usually in our project we don't use the standard edition, and we're going to work with enterprise edition. So they're going to ask in the interview. So what is your edition while you are working is like enterprise edition. Remember this. You need to say enterprise edition. Suppose your project is healthcare domain, go with this healthcare domain. Go with it. And bank domain, okay, go with this thing. Bank domain go with this use if you have in resume bank domain project, go with VPS, go with this thing. And retail, go with for other. Okay, retail, go with these things. Retail project. Okay, these okay for healthcare we're going to use enterprise. Okay, no need to have that much high level security. So, but retail project also we're going to work with enterprise, but this is critical for bank domain. So we can some client they're going to use, okay, some companies. But so most of the time they're going to use virtual private small. Why? Because of we have uh, like so banks, right, many banks. Okay, so daily so every day we are doing multiple transactions. So withdraw and deposit with the GPay and phone pay. Okay, everything should be secured. Okay, so that's why we are using we virtual private snowflake. Okay, so tell me, okay, if you go higher level edition, it's going to be high cost, and again it's going to be like high security going to have. Okay, this is remember these are four editions. Okay, standard, enterprise, then critical, VPS. So we're going to do healthcare domain. If they ask about what edition you have used, so just go with that enterprise edition. Okay, types of editions, go with four. Okay, but like here we can see while creating only three, but in real time when you, while working we can see four editions. So remember these things. Okay, so I'm choosing enterprise edition. Okay, so choose cloud provider. Okay, AWS, yeah, the cloud provided to the Snowflake 2014, Azure 2018, and GCP 2019. Okay, just remember. Okay, nobody going to ask you when they started using AWS, Azure, and GCP. So remember for just knowledge, 2014, 2018, and 2019, 14, 18, 19. So we're going to choose Asia Pacific Singapore. So we have different regions. Okay, so different regions. Okay, even previously we have that Asia Pacific Mumbai, Asia Mumbai, but now as of now we do not having. So we are using Asia Pacific Singapore. Okay, sometimes every time the Snowflake going to update, sometimes we can see that Mumbai. Okay, so now we are not seeing that Mumbai. Okay, so go with Asia Pacific Singapore, and check mark, get started. So no need to these things, skip. Okay, and must you need to know SQL. Okay, so I will going to teach advanced SQL inside when we are working with the Snowflake project. I'm going to give everything about SQL. So no worries. So out of, if you rate yourself out of 10, you need to know 8. You need to have the out of 10. You need to have the, if you rate yourself, you need to have out of 10 8. Okay, so you need to know how to join the tables and deleting duplicate values, window functions, pivot, unpivot, and cumulative sum. Okay, those features you need to know for the transforming the data, so cleaning the data. Those features you need to know with the SQL. Here we can call Snow SQL. Okay, those things I will explain while, okay, everything step by step. Okay, and submit. Just check mail ID, like, so open like Gmail. So you're going to receive one activation link. So activate your Snowflake account. Just click. Okay, you can see. So this is your URL. Okay, URL, and copy this URL. Just paste in Notepad. I will explain about these things. Suppose you do not having your laptop with you, and you are somewhere else, but you need to access the your mail ID. Okay, then checking the mail ID, you can find this URL. Okay, so delete these two dot, remove the dot, delete these things. Okay, remove it, and it's going to be hyphen. Okay, so this is account it fair, this is the organization name, and this is the account name, organization name and account name. So with this, you're going to have the username and password. Okay, so you can log in anywhere. Okay, so you need to have these thing. Okay, remember this thing. Okay, this is the account identifier you need to have, and I'm going to create now username and password. So if you have these things, you can log in your Snowflake account from anywhere. Okay, even if you don't have the laptop with you, if you have another laptop, or even you can log in within your mobile also, you can log in and it can work. Okay, this thing, this is the URL. So what we need to do, we can save a later. Okay, click to activate. So here I'm giving the username like see. So March 20, March. Today's date I'm giving username. You can give your name March 26th. Okay. Uh, so just March 26th enough. And so password, just type your name with the starting letter is like uppercase, remaining be lowercase, and use it. Give 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So easy to remember your name at the rate of 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So why? Because it should be like 14 characters, minimum 14 characters. That's why. Okay. And again, confirm password. Once it's done. After that, go with get start. Save for later. And so this is you're going to work here. Okay, you can find left side tabs. This is home button. So this is create button, search button. So projects, ingression, transformations, okay, artificial intelligence, machine learning, monitoring, marketplace, so GitLab, data sharing, and here we have some other features like governance and security, compute, possibly, and admin. These things we have. Okay, so where we need to go? Okay, after coming to this page, so here we're going to have some worksheets where we are working. So now we have not created. Next, go to plus button, create. So here select SQL file. So SQL file. So this is your interface. Okay, and here you can see plus button, SQL file. So SQL. This is where you're going to work. Where you're going to write, create database schemas, and doing the transformations, tables, inserting data. Okay, everything you're going to work here. So first thing, interface. What? How many interfaces are there? Okay, web UI you can call. So web UI are like we have classic, console. Okay. So this is a present, disabled for trial account. Trial account. Okay. Remember, in 2023 in July, they disabled. Okay, and this is good for writing like for a queries, SQL queries. This is classic console is like the first one that like you can call like old one. The first one they are using a classic console, but this is very good for the SQL queries. And Now snow site. So both are same. What we are doing in the classic console, we can do same thing in snow site. So what we are doing in the snow site, we can do same thing in the classic console. So snow site. So this is a new one, or we can call modern one. Okay. So now we are using. Okay. This is the snow site. This is the snow site. And again, third one is like using the command prompt SnowSQL. SnowSQL. So command line, we need to install. Okay, we need to install the SnowSQL, and we need to connect with. We need to open command prompt and logging with the account identifier, username and password. You can work. It means what we are doing in the Snowflake account. So everything we can handle in the command line with this. Okay, command line with this snow SQL with account identifier and username. SnowSQL we need to install. So after that we need to key account identifier and username and password. These things. Okay. So next thing, this is your interface. So what is the hierarchy here? First, what we need to have while working in Snowflake. First, we need to have the warehouse. So warehouse is nothing but warehouse is like suppose we have right warehouse. We are buying products in the Amazon Flipkart, right? We're going to store so in a city outskirts, like they're going to have the some warehouses, right? So mobiles, laptops, electronic devices, everything they're going to store like that. So we're going to store everything in the warehouses. Warehouse. Okay. The fucking warehouse, it's like a compute engine. Computing. It means like uh, when we run the query, so it's going to run in this warehouse. Okay. We have for bike and cars, aeroplanes, railways. So we have engines, right? This is like that only. It's going to give the power to run the queries. Warehouse. First, you need warehouse and database. So already we know, right? Database. Okay, we're going to store the data into the database. Then schema. Then tips. Tip. After that, we got UDF, user defined functions, store procedures, and views, securities, meta views, stages. Okay, we have so many things like that. Okay, these are the main. But here we'll explain here. Okay, so we have by default. Okay, these are roles, role-based access control. We will discuss later. So by default, we have compute warehouse and system streamlit notebook warehouse. So we are going with compute warehouse. So and choose database. By default, we have three databases: Snowflake, Snowflake sample data, and user dollar March 26. And you can see it in track. So by default, three. Okay, this is by default we are getting from the Snowflake. So this is having the data. So why Snowflake means see. This is one thing. The tables, we have 8 tables. Scroll up and see. We have like this table, customer table. In this, the size is like 10.1 GB. So here we have like 15 crores records. One, two, three, thousand, 10,000, lakhs, 10 lakhs, crores, 10 crores. Like so, 15 crores records we have in the single table. So this is advantages. We can handle a large values of data, but same thing we can't do in the on-premises, right, in the Oracle. So it is very difficult. Now choose the database. Okay, we can choose. I'm choosing Snowflake sample data. So inside I'm choosing this tpch underscore sf 1000 this schema, or you can run the commands like use database name, use database name, or use schema. So now I'm selecting the data. Select star from three dots, place name in editor. You're going to get so fully qualified name. Okay, yeah, okay. This is Snowflake sample data. So database name. This tpch underscore sf 1000 is the schema name. So this is the customer. I'm going to run this one. So we have 15 close records. It will take the time. So I'm going to cancel this query. So now what I'm going to use, I'm going to use limit. I'm going to not 15 crores. I'm going to take 15 lakhs. 1500, 15,000, 1,50,000, 15 lakhs. Okay, this is the code. Okay, we can zoom and okay. zoom in, zoom out. See, we have for the in the table we have 15 crores records. I am fetching from the table 15 lakhs. It's taken only the 2.4 seconds. So this is okay. So why many clients or many people are why they are learning the Snowflake means this is the reason. Okay, we can handle the large volumes of data. Okay, this is sample data. So if you want to practice with this data, you can go with and check the columns and you can work with this data. But we are not taking this data. So what we are doing? So we're going to work with our data. So files. So files is not like that. 10 records, 20 records, or 30 or 40, not even 100 records. I'm going to take like 2 lakhs records. 2 lakhs records I'm going to take and we're going to work with. Okay. So your task is what I'm doing now. That is your task. So I will do and I will explain. And the one thing, okay. So no worries. So first of all, what I need to do. So I will show the files. So this is where we have all everything Snowflake. So this is US healthcare data. So US healthcare data. This is we have so almost like 26 table. Okay. So here we have healthcare domain. Right? That's why you have like tax package, like medicine package, uh, tax product like medicine product tax unfinished package unfinished products. Okay, like I can say record from 2005 to 2014 and the nutrition USA and star rating fall 2015-16 and fall domain. Okay, we have different CSV files. And one more thing, the Snowflake going to support structured data, semi-structured. Structure means like CSV files and semi-structured data like JSON data, Parquet data. So it's going to support in the Snowflake. Okay, these are the tables. Now I'm taking first one table. So what you do? So same thing, just you do. Okay, complete thing you do. So first, see the data. So you know right how to create the table. For this data we need to create the table and we need to load this data. Here you see, for product ID, usually when we have the ID, it means like number, right? Number or int or float. Maybe we're going to use number. Suppose if you use the number, this is the first one. So we have F, right? F1C, D, E. It's not going to work out, right? It's going to throw the error. So that's why for product ID, we're going to give string. So varchar for even product NDC. So it having okay after this one. It having numeric data, but even we have the icon we can give. Okay, so no worries, we can give the number, but we usually give on varchar. Okay, so again come for ndc package code. So this is also having the type of data. Maybe in second also we have, but we have two less carrots somewhere, maybe going to have some other data. So it's going to throw error again. That's why we give varchar for this also. Package code also varchar. And again package description must we need to give like again varchar. Varchar. So we need to create table. First, what you do? So copy this file name, just only name. Go to rename and copy. I will share this data with you. Just hit delete. Yeah, there's no need. First, we need to create database. Okay. So create. We can use create or replace. Okay. So database. So database name health care health. Sorry, dev healthcare. We have different like dev environment, test environment, and production environment. Dev healthcare, DB database. Control. You can use. You can put cursor in this line. You can click on this play button or run button, and we can use in keyboard Control Enter. So we just created the database. Next, I can move to create a schema. To create or replace schema. So same create only these database. Why? Because of we going to work with only this with this databases only. So health care, just give schema. Okay. So now again use now we're going to use run button. Okay, so now we have database and schema. By default, when you are creating database and schema, you're going to select from this part. Or if you want to change, okay, so you can go to here, okay, and uh, select these three dots and place a metadata. It's going to change. Place, sorry, not a place name. Can go into here. It's changed. The options are changed. Okay. Go to Snowflake sample data. Select this one. So by default, going to select. Sometimes we can select from this point also, but the options are now we don't have. So it's updated. We have from the directly from this button, or we can use the commands. Use database name. Use schema name. And here refresh. So now we have the dev health DB, dev health schema. Okay. So these things we have. It's going to print. Wait a second. So when we click this one, I'm keeping the cursor here. I'm clicking on three dots. So it's going to give the this database name and schema name. Database name and schema. Okay. So now we're going to load the data. So same link rejoin. Okay. So rejoin with the same link. There is only meeting 1 minute. So I'm ending the meeting. Now rejoin with the same link. Clear? Rejoin. Got okay. Yeah. So first what we need to do, I told right. So I will share this file. Okay, open. I will share zip file, open and extract. Open this one. So just click on this file name, each file name, copy the name. So go to Snowflake account. First create dev healthcare DB, dev healthcare schema. After that, give comments. Comment means like hyphen. So it won't run this line. Okay, paste the database name and paste the file name here. Okay, paste and go to again here. So copy this first line columns. What are the columns we have? These one headers. Copy the header and then go to here and paste. Okay, so now we have four columns. Now we need to create the table. Okay, so what you do, how what name you need to use when you are creating the table? Just use create or replace. So table and drugs. Okay, drugs package. Okay, underscore data. Okay, we have file name drugs package, right? So use create or replace drugs package data. Okay, so drugs data replace use mention table. Throw it this, make it here. Here after that what we mention, just open brackets. This is the product ID, right? So take this. Remember this is the file name underscore data. Paste product ID space. I'm giving varchar. Okay, and again take product NDC. Select from this one. Copy this one. Product NDC and varchar. Varchar. So again copy the NDC package code. Paste. So everybody knows right how to create the table. And again, next line, go to here, package description. Page like you can give the one. Okay. So these are the like we have four columns in this tracks package file. So use again command so 10 seconds. I will come back. So fine. Okay. Now use the control enter, create the table. So table is created. Okay. Sorry. But before that, we need to choose. We can't create this table in this Snowflake sample data. So go to here, choose okay, again. So while you are not seeing right here, what you do, So you run the commands. You run the commands here. Use database, or you can refresh and you're going to get it. Or if you refresh, you're going to get it here. Or you can use this command. Use command. So run it. Then again use schema, or you can choose. You're going to get it from this point. Okay, note, note here. Okay, we are going to get it. Not getting right even. Select the database and schema. So inside schema, Snowflake not showing now. So it's going to show sometimes. So because of like uh, that, you need to refresh. When you refresh, see it's going to show now schema. Okay. So now again use the schema and this one. So create only names like this only, because of we going to do project right. In future you won't get any confusion. Always try to use fully qualified name. Okay. So table is now I'm created now. Just select the table. Select start from database.schema.table name. Okay. Use always fully qualified name. In real time you're going to work with only fully qualified name. So table not showing in this. Okay, it's created in the public schema. So choose one thing, run this command again. Okay, so now create again. Previously it created in the public scheme. Okay. Now refresh. Left side you can see tables. Click on three dots. Place name editor. So it's pasted here. So what do you do? Put cursor here. Keep cursor in this place. Give one space. Now click again. Place name in the editor. So you're going to get it. Table. See, this is a database name, and this is your schema name. Then this is your table name. Okay, now run it. So now you have product ID, product NDC in this package code, package description. Okay. Now again we need to load that file into the data into in this table. So here you can see, right, this add data. Go to here. So load data into table. Browse and go to desktop and go to all. So here go to Snowflake, scroll down, you can find healthcare. This is zipped one, this is unzip file. Open it and select tracks package. So it is 26 MB, and choose database Dev Healthcare DB and choose Dev Healthcare schema. So suppose if you have not created the table, you can go and give any name. By default, Snowflake going to create the table itself, but with the columns C1, C2, C3, C4, like column 1, column 2, column 4. It's going to give like C1, C2, C3, C3, C4 by default it's going to take. But we already created, so I'm choosing tracks package that I can see, and I'm selecting and just click on next. Okay. So this is so we have this is a CSV file, right? CSV. So the Snowflake going to support CSV, JSON, Park, Avara, or say XML files. So I'm choosing only CSV and view options. Okay. So first line contents header. So this file having this header, right? Product data NDC and this package code, package description. So we don't need to have in the inside the data. Already we have given headers, right? So just what you do, here we have some option, no header, first line contents, header, okay, and skip first line custom. So what you do, skip first line. So comma, so in data we have comma, right? Product ID comma and C comma and comma. So everybody have comma, right? So comma, comma, this is the field element. So what you do, now go to here, you can choose comma is by default. So in when we are receiving files from S3, we may be going to have like tab, semicolon, space, vertical or custom. So I'm choosing comma. So this is intro class. Trim is like if you have any unnecessary space in the data. Suppose I'm opening this C. Okay, I'll show here. Okay, so this is the Vittal, right? VIL. Okay, so here this is I'm giving this is three spaces. Okay, unnecessary space. This is the unnecessary space. So for this one, what it going to do? It's going to remove the unnecessary data. For this one, we going to give the true. It's called default trim space. It's going to remove the unnecessary space, unnecessary data, and the field like spaces unnecessary data, and field option enclosed by double quotes. Suppose when we have inside the data double quotes. Okay, so I have like double quotes and single quotes. It's going to throw the error. For that, we need to give here none or single quotes or double quotes. So give double quote, that's best. Okay. So again replace invalid characters. Just we need to give the true, not false. Suppose if you have the date column in the file and we need to create as per the date only. So here like year, month, date. Okay, but if the data like this, the data like this, we need to give this one we need to give. Okay, date format we need to choose properly. Okay, auto default, or we can create new date format also, custom. So we can create, but as of now we no need. Okay, choose only so something. Okay, this one keep it. Okay, auto default. So time format also we need to give. We're having different time formats and timestamp format. Okay, so date format only date, time format only for time, but timestamp format date and time. Okay, this thing. Okay, so and append default. Suppose data will be appended to the exiting table with copy into. It means, so already if you have data in the table, so it will not truncate the data. So it will continue. It will load data into the next rows and replace. So all exiting table rows will be removed. All exiting table rows will be removed with the truncate, and files will be loaded with the copy into. So if you already have some data inside the table, it's going to truncate the table and it's going to load this file. But we no need to truncate the table. We don't have the data. Even if you have the data, as a requirement, we need to choose this one. So I'm choosing append. So if I choose append, it's going to load this file. Even if the table already have the data, so it's going to load like next records. Okay, this one. So next thing is like, so do not load any data default. So unethical abort statement. Suppose if you have any errors in the data, so it's going to stop the running statement, abort statement. Again, on only load valid data from the file. It means like unethical continue. Suppose I have 10 records. In that, 8 records are good, 2 records are bad. So it will load only 8 records, it will not load 2 records. So what we do, we need to go into give the analytical continue. It will load the 8 records, good records. After that, again we need to load that 2 bad records into the separate error log table. Okay, so these things you need to remember when you are loading the data on premises to Snowflake or local machine to Snowflake, computer to Snowflake. Then after that, click on premises, local machine, computer to Snowflake. But in real time, they used to call like on premises Snowflake. In real time, they used to call on premises Snowflake. So this is a way of loading with the copy command option, copy into table on premises Snowflake. Okay. Next, choose load. Click on load. So it's going to give like this: successfully loaded data and that CS file name, database name, schema name, then table name. Okay, so these are records. 2,21,361 rows were successfully inserted into the table. So generate SQL query from table or view table details. Okay, so I'm taking generate SQL from table. So it's going to open in the worksheet. Okay, it going to give new worksheet. This is where we created this one. But when it's going to be new worksheet and also using limit. I know we don't need to limit because we have 2 lakhs records, right? So even it loaded in within the 2.4 seconds, 15 lakhs records. Just give here. Okay. So select star from database name, schema name, table. Just run it. See. Okay. So the data is loaded, right? So we have 2 lakhs 21 361 records. If you want to go, you can click on this worksheet, you can run again. This is empty, we have run previously. So this is the data, right? Okay, we have. So this is way of loading data. So now what you're going to do, so now I'm going to share that zip file, okay, and just create Snowflake account, okay, and create this name, okay, yeah, create as this, okay, because we're going to work with complete project, right? Okay, so this database create and dev healthcare DB and dev healthcare schema, and after that select properly, select, don't miss, run the properly these commands. So then go with just see the file name, okay, so copy and give the hyphen paste, and again open the that file, you can see columns and paste here, okay. Then after that create or replace table tracks package. So are we going to do the first this one? Hmm. So you need to go to chart GPT, because we have 26 tables. We no need to write for every table, right? This is a, right, we know this basic thing. So no need to type this thing every time, because of this is only having the 4 columns, but in next table is going to have the more than 150 columns, more than 150 columns. Okay, it is very difficult to type 150 columns. What do you do? Just copy the columns directly from these, okay, like this. You can copy the columns and some 10 records and paste in the chart GPT, create table, okay, with the name of name, that file name and underscore data, file name underscore data, and it going to create the table. Suppose it created the table, but while loading, if you are going to receive the error, so what you do in that time, again you go to, again come back and recreate the table. How are you going to recreate the page? Every column with every column so with varchar. So now you don't get the error. Okay, first you will tell it's going to create if the syntax is not working. So what you do, every column with the varchar data type. So do things, okay, these things and load the data. So file name, the columns paste here. Next, create the table. So with the help of chart GPT, if you want to type, you can type and select the data. Okay, this is for table 1. Okay, here introduce comma for table 1, the table 1, okay. So like that for 20 tables, okay. Okay, for 26 tables, so you need to create, I'm going to share that file and load the data. So and then we can work with those data with, okay, we're going to create dev test and test, okay, dev test production and layers, raw layer, staging, curated layer. So we're going to work with everything, okay. So this is today class, we will continue class tomorrow. So as of now, anybody having doubts regarding this session? Is it clear, right, for everyone? But must create Aklendra, Anil, Chandrasekhar, Fanindra.
Yeah, Madhu.
Yeah,
Madhu.
yeah. Tell me, you have any doubt?
Yeah, can you explain? Yeah, can you explain one more time regarding this? If you have multiple columns, so how to generate table? Create a table.
How to create table? Okay. So what you
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Okay. So same first thing, just same table one, that file name. Go to that here, copy this thing. Okay, only columns, paste here. Okay. Suppose if I want to create a second table, so go to here. This is going to have the many records. I will show. Okay, this is having see, so many things. Okay, so many things having. Just this one, right? This is just copy this to here, okay, and go to chat gpt, because of do not waste time for creating table and setting data. Always use chat gpt for data. But when you're doing the transformation, writing the queries, do not use chat gpt, because if you use the chat gpt, so you don't you going you mind going to be blank when they, if someone asks about query, explain about query. So after that, what you do, create a table with name, So what is the file name I have chosen? Go to here. So just copy this, rename, click copy the name, go to here and paste here, give the underscore data, create table with the name. So for uh, above data, for above data, uh, give proper data types, create all columns. Okay, and okay, check the data and create. So it's going to check those things. This is the hook enhance data set. So keep observation from your data, all columns float safe. Okay, it's going to create table. Just simple thing. Because of we going to work with real-time projects, that's why we need to uh, take the large data. If you take simple 4 and 10 columns, it's not going to good. So while creating the procedures and UDA functions, no. So it is creating the table, okay, and you can copy and paste, okay, here and just load it like this thing, okay. After load the data, again select state, okay. So table one again, this is the for this one, for every table create, okay. If you complete fast, it's going to good for you because of we going to work right these things, okay, clear. Yeah, next. So is it fine, right? Panindra, clear, right?
Yeah, yes, yes. Will
So
you
if
give the access to the files, those files?
yes, yes, I will share. I will share. And one more thing, if you have any doubt, you can ask now, or you can ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay. So just second and